I might get disability check, SSI, food stamp. Yeah, you say, oh, it's free-handed. No, because yeah, you could make fun of my resume. You can make fun of that. Some of y'all could want to collect unemployment checks and get your taxes. And by the way, why do they have unemployment checks anyways? Why did they ever have that? What, to sit down and get on your ass? And plus that unemployment check, you get, well, how much is that? Oh, I didn't see that ever get that kind of much money just sitting around on my ass. Because if I had it, it's only 700 and stuff like that a month, but that's not 30 some thousand or something like that, not thousands. And two, at the same time, I've been working too, right? Or I was working, but here's the thing. Even though you call me stupid, retarded, dumb, I never done anything. You say I never was a trying man. You know what I'm saying? But even so, they take money out of it. But at least I still try to work. And I didn't get my taxes yet. Whatever happened to that. But it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Because I still kept on going. From the couple years back when you had the stimulus, I didn't even get to see the third stimulus. I never got that. But while I'm over here also fed the hungry and stuff like that, and fed families and stuff that I bust my ass and stuff like that, my taxes went to your mouths and everything. But for you talking so much shit and everything else, if this is how I have to talk, I will do so. But before you say I just sit on the couch, maybe I do. And then if you say I just sit down lazy on the couch, then how do I do some other shit you say? It doesn't make no sense. You would say, oh, he does this so bad. He does this and that. Oh, really? Well, I'm just sit on the couch and I do nothing. You see the logical sense of you use your brain? I'm tired. Hey, look, I get nagging from people that have more money than me, men and women. Hey, you think I'm joking? Hey, God knows, and God is greater than the government. And I've been humble. Look, I didn't even shoot nobody up, man. And I was getting bullied. I know it's like getting bullied and getting used. But let's think about it. But I have worked. And if I don't get work, man, sometimes I'd be like, dang, but then sometimes I'd be like, no, I'm too up for this. And why should I try when you can't accept the fact, oh, at least he gets food in the house. Oh, his rent is paid. Oh, it's all that stuff. But I'm not a stranger to work. But you can't come up, and that. But you see, he's never a Chinese man. He's never this and that. Oh, he has a Europeans. And he this and this and that. But you say, I do this and this and that. Who cares? Guess what? You always look for something, no, I can't do. But guess what? I mean, hey, there's some things that they don't learn how to do. Some things, hey, you know what? Hey, you know what? I might have some, but God speaks to me. And guess what? He uses me. And I work for God. And guess what? Regardless of this preachers that preach the gospel get paid for it. I preach the gospel, don't get paid for it. You get more tithes and offering than I ever did. And I don't have Joel Osteen money. And if you want Joel, you don't have, and some of y'all don't have Joel Osteen money, but let's be realistic. You get more money preaching the gospel than I do. Period. I'm not the one persecuting the church. And the little money I have, I put it into the church. And I put it where, it says doing stupid stuff like drugs and killing each other and all this and done. I'm not looking to go on a strip club anymore. I haven't done that in a while. I changed my life around. I've made apologies and I've shown it and everything else. But you're grown ass men and women that's out there that you set the example for kids in a way that, hey, but by your actions. I'm not just saying sit around as a couch, but hey, if I have friends and stuff like that, of course I would love to go out. But it seems like even that, though, all my life, I didn't have many friends. On a finger of friends. That's it. And, I don't really speak to them much anymore. And how you call that a friend? They turn into associates. And then sometimes they're strangers. But we know that because that's how it is. Because they no longer talk to how they a friend. maybe from the back. I mean, I trust in ways, and there's some who pray and stuff like that and helping them. But at least talk to me. Don't be ashamed. There's no shame in love. Why are you keeping a secret? Anyway, yeah, there's some ways that let people love and now thinking I get it, I understand. But before you say I'm lazy, I'm this and that and this and that, help me with the stack. Help me with it and see what I do. I ain't gonna buy drugs. I ain't gonna buy nothing to smoke. I ain't not gonna buy it on stuff like that. I mean, for real, because I don't smoke no more. I really drink, but I want to buy it on drinks, liquor drink. Put it towards a ministry or some music or try to do this. If someone teaches me right or whatever it is. Because I said I put my money where my mouth is, because that's what I do. Content-wise, you know what I'm saying? Let me be part of what you got going on. I've been trying to be part of the community, and sometimes the community don't even want to be part of me and everything else, and it's okay. It says in the Bible, and guess what? Regardless of the fact, I see a lot of preachers out there and going on the community, helping each other out. Guess what? I need help, right? Sometimes. But it's like, dang, you know what? You can't say I hear from Bible study, hear from church online, hear from church, because I share this stuff. But what I've been called, I'll call it out because you call me something. Every time I step foot, don't call me that, because you know full and well, hey, first of all, I did not antagonize Jesus on top of the mountain. That was way back ago, first of all. But the Bible is not out of date. Like I said, it's not out of date. And some people say, it's up there. No, it's not. It fits modern times. There's plenty of proof. And you're going to find out. Even your favorite president, Donald Trump, he even said, follow Jesus. You remember that? Just saying. And then, on top of that, you want to talk about Joe Biden so bad. I didn't talk about him either. Even if he was your favorite president. I didn't say nothing either. I was humble. Because I was too busy putting God first. Trusting God. Like you're supposed to. Not continue bashing somebody because of what they didn't know. I said that one time. You look at old videos. Stop looking at old videos. Regardless of who, what, when, and where. Like I said, I moved on from that subject. I don't do too much in politics. The reason why, because you know what? In reality, you want to be honest. Hey, I let God be God, and if God wanted, evidently God wanted Biden in there anyways. First of all, and two, here's another thing. Don't you guys vote for the Senate and the president anyway? So guess what? Got to go to the Senate, right? They got to go to the Senate to right? I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying, this is this stuff that I hear. So, whoever it is. So you vote for the Senate. So therefore, guess what? Whose fault is it? The people, right? I mean, you can't blame them. Because how can you blame them if you voted for the Senate? You should pick them down the Senate then. Because the Senate, the president got to go to the Senate. I mean, help me understand that, right? But look, I'm not here to argue. Hey, I'm just saying. But if you look at the thing, though, Senate has the say-so in a way. But guess who has the bigger say-so? God. So, but regardless of the fact, what I'm trying to tell you is this. People like to blame fingers of this and this and this and this and this and that. the way that people and the way you voted and stuff too. Gotta put faults on that. Just point fingers on them. Vote the how people act too, because you got responsibility for your own stuff too. But then again, hey, we should be helping each other. You should help each other regardless. Because let's just say if America, what I'm saying, I'm not here causing rumors. I'm just saying that it's like America goes to war, right? You mean that this is how you act? This is how but I don't, cause I don't act like this because I don't have a gun to shoot at people. I'm not gonna shoot people like that because if I have a gun, it's made for targets and stuff like that. But not because I handle with maturity. Because I handle with maturity. So, but what I'm saying is, if you had a war against, you're shooting yourselves friendly fire. So how are you going to win the war? You're not being a team. You cheat on your troops, the ladies. Come on now, you've seen it. There's plenty of videos that show that. You cheat on each other. You make them. It ruins their reputation. They already come home with a lot of different stuff, a lot of different on the plate. Heck, I didn't run from the cops, but I don't make their lives dangerous either. I don't, come up and shoot at them. But there's people have done that too. A lot of people have done that. A lot of people ran out. A lot of people made their jobs hard. Hey, I shared my stuff already. I shared my stuff already, and they have it in this. And at the time, and they seen it, and it's in the system. But I just stayed to myself. And no, I'm not here saying you guys did this and did that because I don't know what you did. I mean, I'm minding my own business. But that I see full well. I look at the news and I see, or I look at the social media sometimes to check it out, and I just without even trying. You see already what's going on. I say dang. Go on the TV dang. And I'm and then people say, oh, he's doing that. What, for real? You see me through all of that? And I'm not even doing that. But dang, you what? I'm watching here. And I'm just sitting back and I'm watching. I'm like, God be God. And we're supposed to, and pray be still. And I have my problems. But for someone that's been bullied and someone has this, I'm watching this stuff. I'm not hiding. I've been trying to. I'll go through stuff, but then again, it's I can't, look, I get tired. But me being trying, I'm a trying man. But I have something to say. And don't say, oh, it's that broke energy. No. It's just something that, I don't need to tickle your ears with. Because you have more broke when you have more money than I do. When I say that stuff. And it's not to hurt you. It's something you need to hear. Gotta do better. I pray though. Yes, I do. I pray for y'all. I mean, it's not like I'm praying for your downfall. I'm not laughing at your downfalls. Do you see me laughing? No, I'm not laughing. I'm not. That's a chuckle. But no, I'm seriously. No, I'm not laughing ha 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 ha. Ha 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 like you do at me. Ha 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 ha, right? But like I said, it's sad, man. Men and women. And then you cheat on each other too. But you look at my phone and look, if I was with someone, I guarantee you, I promise you, and this is not a line, because she'll probably cheat on me first. I mean, go all out. I guarantee you. Because I wasn't really like that. And plus, I don't have a car. Let me help you think about this for a minute, though. You can help me if you say, "Oh, you don't have a car, but look at this. Look at this, though. You could drive me to work, take me an hour to have work, and look at this. Hey, but rent's paid. You don't have to worry about that. And I'll put in this and that. You see the stuff that I have. The same, and then I have God with me. But I'm saying that I don't want to stop me because, I could learn how to drive or be like this, be a team. But at least work where I could, I can put something to the table. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not begging for attention, but I'm not saying, though, you act like I can never do anything. Tell me, show me, I'll do it. Fine. I'm willing to relearn it, refresh your memory. That's like when you go 9 to 5, then you need a refresher memory, and they train you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not asking you to wipe my ass, but if you love somebody, you wipe their ass if they have trouble, right? Oh, if you don't, then I guess you don't love them enough. And some of y'all have the audacity to say we come for monkeys, but guess what? It's really weird. Monkeys actually take up ticks off their butts and lick them and stuff like that. Do you do that? No, I highly doubt it, because you don't want to wipe someone's ass barely and help them out. But you want to be a freak, though, right? And go all out and eat their butthole and everything else and do this and this, that, but you don't want to wipe the ass. It's like going in the rain. You like the water park so much, but you scared of the rain. You want an umbrella, but you go in the water park and stuff like that, and or you go to the pool and stuff, right? It's crazy. You like that kind of stuff. But it has no chlorine. It's natural water. What do you think when you go swimming in the springs? That's natural water. That's from the rain and all. The cycle of precipitation. Evaporation. Let me elaborate and then some. Yeah, you want to talk about science specifically. This is what God made everything, you see. And if it wasn't for God, you wouldn't, and guess what? You wouldn't be around anyways to even know. Or try to see what this is and that is. Think about your existence. How do you think you get the first scientist? Ever thought about that? If it wasn't for God, hey, your first scientist wouldn't be around. You understand what I mean? And guess what? You need God. Because God could tell you everything. He shows, and he's been showing and showing and showing. You see that and that and that and this and this and that. You think it's something to toy with. Let me tell you something. So I'm covering all areas. So what I'm saying is, if I come off the this, I am sorry. If I walk by and there's some people that do that and look at me crazy, like I am so sorry. I had no idea. I'm just walking or something. It happens to me. It happens like that. Like sometimes I could say a word and they say, "What you say?" Or something like it happened before, and I'm just like, "What are you talking about? I just said this." And it's like, it don't make no sense. I'm just saying, like, okay, for instance, okay, well, you do that. What do you do at work? Do you have work? Are you going to work? And I said, no, I'm off. What's up? Someone will get mad. You know what I'm saying? Not trying to make someone mad. How I'm saying is, what's up? What's going on? What's up? Like, like what you want to do? Like, want to go out? Like, what's on your mind? What's up? Because you asked me, so what's up? Tell me what's up. You know what I mean? Not like to start something, but to understand in general in life. Stuff like that is ridiculous. To mean people, like, understand what's up, a question. You shouldn't get mad at me asking, "What do you want to do? What's up? What's the tea? What's the play?" The slang is what, you know. And by the way, I read this too for you, by the way, Jehovah Witness. I still got the Bibles and stuff. The silver Bible, you know, it had. I looked at Matthew 17:20. It don't have that. I literally it didn't have that little verse on it too. By the way, some Bibles have it, some don't. But I keep Bibles anyways, you know, because. But I mean, keep the word, you know. But I have different versions. But to show you that, hey, I practice what I preach. And I'm not going to take Bibles away from people. But if you don't have the one, these, I'll take them. And I'll find somebody who needs them. But I keep mine, you know, to research, and or I'll read them. I do. Read my parables, and I share the word. I use it. Some people don't even read it. And then they got the phones, but again, when your phone dies, guess what? Now I got paper, book, or hard that book, whatever. But I love God. But you all need to understand, regardless of the fact, I don't have to take nothing, y'all. I didn't force feed you all. It's always there, you know, doing read and stuff like that, and I never had a problem with that. See, Matthew 17:21, it's like there's some that don't have that, and I just read it, and this one don't have it. It's skip it or whatever and stuff like that. But regardless of the fact, you know, saying talking about Bible study, I mean, hey, I don't have to prove nothing to you. Because I already, and plus anyways, there's someone else that's shown it too. So, yeah, I had it in mind. It doesn't have that, Matthew 17:21. But the other one does. But there's other versions of Bibles that make it easier to read, just so you know. Some people read King James Version still, and, you know, you have your... So I'm not saying, I'm just saying the silver one doesn't have Matthew 17:21. I read it. And it's the New World Translation one. That didn't have it. But I read the Gideon's one, they have it, Matthew 17:21. But that's easier to read. But like I said, you know, like I said, King James Version is the best, you know, because it's closer to the language, you know. But if you want something, you know, read, you know, and you got the NIV, then you got the New King James Version. You could do that too. But, like, a lot of people to say, oh, look, you know what? You look at me like us, but I'm telling you, having a relationship, I'm telling you, based on relationship and showing you, I'm telling you, like, outsider looking in, and also getting you insiders looking out. Insiders looking out and outsider looking in. So what I'm trying to tell you is, like, yeah, I'm a watchman. here trying to tell you I'm a true disciple because I know what it's like to learn how to lose a lot of people and stuff like that, and gone through a lot. You know, that's how you build a relationship with God and trust. And at times get hard. It's not going to be easy, but think about it. Two. You know, he said two could be better than one, but no man should be alone. But hey, like I said, I'll glory to God. You know, we learn, we grow, and we, what else can I tell you? Like I said though, just saying, before you laugh at a president or anything else, I pray for everybody, and I have, because even Jesus comes to save the world. And guess what? He didn't condemn it. He comes to bring sinners to repentance. So, like I said, even if I'm getting taken advantage of, and this is another thing. Have you ever heard of the story? People hear about the boat, the plane, and all of that stuff. But like I always, I keep on trying to tell people, the homeless people. Now, you overlook the homeless people, and that could be Jesus. That person could be Jesus. Because Jesus could use a homeless person. And you never know at the time, because there's sometimes I witness stuff where, I have my book bag on, and, and they look at me and they know, you got this, and without knowing them, you got this, you got that. And I said, yeah, I do. Now, I'm not going to, I don't have to, I had confirmation by homeless people before that, I don't have to do that no more. Worry about yourself. I said, okay. Because I don't have it like that. But, I've been there enough where they said, we seen you a lot, and, you try your best. And, this has been around where I've been not just in Ocala, but I helped out in Citrus, and in different places in Florida, different places. I don't have to let my right hand be seen, but, it's time, me. But then again, the people want to come and say, oh, you need to try harder. But excuse me, first of all, before you say something, I'm not alone. And two, yes, I know that I would like to, and you say, oh, I do this and I do that. Are you going to help me? Are you going to help me before you talk low on me and what I have and don't have, and say if I do this and that and this? Or that's no, or you say, are you going to help me though? Are you helping me? Are you going to help me? But I'm over here living up to, hey. But I can't help what I got. I just got what I got. And if you say I do this and this and that, won't you help me? You can't help me because I'm keeping it real. Maybe I'm going through something. Maybe, hey. And then you say, oh, I need that. Well, guess what? Guess what? Help me out, right? But like I said, could use some help. But no. But what about having helpers? Oh, you too good? But hey, I'm good to you. But you know, it's so funny too. I have the TV. You have the TV. I have this and I have that. But you never want to be around. But you just it's how am I ever gonna get off of this, right? Back against the wall. But here's the thing: I'm not alone. Even Jesus cleans the lepers. Why you not good enough? Why you can't be good enough to help out, right? You're supposed to pray, right? You're supposed to help. You're supposed to help one another, right? Oh, but you help out the ones who have money, right? Not the ones who have less money than you. But then again, you know what? I have the TV. You have the TV. I have the PS4, and you say, "Oh, I get money, free money. Oh, you get the free money. Oh, yeah." Well, guess what? I worked. I know how to get it. You know, you see my resume. Whatever. But are you helping me out? People are always talking about how much what I do and don't do and this and that, or people because of this and this and that. But hey, are you gonna take me to work? When I go to work, I have to, and I'm going through some stuff. I go home, I come here to myself, and if I had to have work, I had to exercise to go to work. I had to sweat out to go to work. We're already getting on the thighs on the bike, saying, hey. But that's already exhausting me, and I'm already pedaling and moving my feet and legs, and I'm already in the whatever this and need condition and this and that. But what kind of condition you all in? Oh, I get to be in the AC in my car or wind blowing in my face, chill out, play radio. I gotta be there on the bike because you cars drive crazy. And then it's hot or it's cold or it's in rain. But I don't complain. I'm just saying it to you. But look what weather I don't know about. But it's again, he said, this is something. But hey, look, you may be right. But at the same time, where you as a community? Where is we the people at? There ain't no we the people. Don't say we the people. And then guess what? That means, hey, you hate me with the president, seems like. You get what I'm saying? And then you act like you know what I'm saying? But I'm the one that's telling you about the gospel. And that's okay, you hate me. I get it. I understand. And you should understand too, especially if you go to church. And you know why that is. But like I said, I'm serious. And like I said, I talked to God. If I'm this safe, here I am. He could give me already. But he tells me to tell you about that. But how am I false? See, I'm not a false prophet. Because guess what? Right now, am I being false? Y'all just need to understand. You can talk about how you don't like me, or you can talk about the bad things, and we always talking about that, but you don't see where I'm coming from. You don't know what I got going on, dude. You don't care. You don't care. But when I try to get certain things right, it takes weeks on end. But people have this and this and that. But am I begging for a whole bunch? No. Just saying, hey. It does take two sometimes. It'd be nice to have two. But you don't see that I'm not going to use you. I'm not. Because guess what? I'm not using you now. But you don't see me using on some dumb shit either. I'm not doing for drugs. I don't do drugs. I don't smoke. And whoever's lying right now gets struck down right now. Because to be honest, I've been outside with lightning. You don't even like the rain yourself. I've been in the rain. I know what it's like walking in the rain. I could have got struck. I could have been hurt. Like, I could have been right there. I was drenched and soaked. But guess what? I was hungry. Oh yeah, I was hungry. That makes stuff think you're hungry. Look, experience. I was drenched. I didn't have no umbrella. But the cars, you know what you did? Your cars did though? You splashed me. You splashed me on purpose. I could got pneumonia. Guess what? I didn't get pneumonia. Pneumonia, you had the sneezing. I threw up once, but some people go to hospital with pneumonia. I only got I only got a certain amount of rest. That's all I needed. People thought I was dying. I said no, don't need it. I'll wake up fine if just like the. But what I'm saying is God is healer. But if I ask for, I'm living in the now. But what I'm saying is I'm still standing. But there's one thing about it. Communicate better too, by the way. I don't like half-ass communicating. I mean, I don't feel like, I really don't. I don't have to ask communicate. You know my number. I don't do scams. And I'm talking. How am I half-ass communicating when you can't even say nothing? How do I half-ass it? When I say it all, when I'm trying to speak it all. But do you listen? Do we talk? You'll hang up at 12 seconds. Then you hang up at 33 seconds. Then when I try to say this address, you say an old different address. You make it so complicated. And that's the reason why, I say forget it. What's the point? Like I said, I'm just, I'm a little bit, I'm tired. I really am. You could look in my eyes a little bit. I get sleep, but I'm tired. I am. I'm 33. But guess what? I'm mature, though. You can't say I haven't. See, there's a lot of things. Oh, look at this guy. Oh, look at her woman, whatever it is. They're gaslighting. They're running. Look at that. Oh, now they're walking. They're running. Oh, there's some people that can't run. But I know what it's like to run. But I wait to the gym when I can strengthen my back. But when I run, I can't run like that. I can't even walk for long. I already injured myself. People say, oh, that's 5 years ago. I don't give a dang it's 5 years ago or not. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Hey, there's some things that I re-injured myself because I help. Because I lift up stuff. Because I do some stuff. And I don't get time to really develop it here because I got to keep going because the doctors don't want to see me and everything else. Things just happen overnight. And plus, anyways, I gain weight, but then again, I gain muscle too. So getting like, well, look, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying. Before you gaslight me, say, oh, he's skinny. You guys are skinny. And this is not just fat. This is muscle. I was skinny, but this, hey, I'm gaining muscle too. Some people are big, but they have these muscles. But I have these things that are getting older. But, you could be more muscle bound than anything and still get a heart attack. You could be skinny with diabetes. So stop using that stereotypical stuff. But when I get in this gym, though, of course. And by the way, I asked for a gym partner, by the way. And guess what? It's so funny, you messed up. I heard that the people that gym memberships, they allowed to have guests. You don't even want to be my gym partner. You make excuses. At least I know that I feel like if I go to the gym, I can at least get my back. And you don't want to help out with that. You don't want to be the one that spots me or to help me stretch and stuff like that. I got to stretch myself. So what I do with myself and remind the big people that, you know what, if there ain't nobody helping you out, guess what? Hey, this is help out. Other big people, then you can do it. Without weights, because they're going to sometimes in life, hey, but at least I walk. At least I keep my legs pumping. And at one spot, even if I have to jog in place until I got to do that. But when it comes to gym-wise, I know how to lift weights with my legs. I'll lift up some good amount of stuff, but there's just some things that I have problems with. And people focus on materialistic stuff. You have newer stuff than I do, and plus if you got a PS5, I got a PS4, and I play it here and there. But yeah, I want a PS5 because college football and stuff, absolutely. Because that's a game that has not been around in a while, and I like the Gators. But I don't have cable like that. But I'm not talking crap. I'm talking what it is. Stop talking crap. You talk crap. You saying I'm broke, I'm a scrub. You're talking crap. But for the scrub, I appreciate what I have. You have more money and you still want more money. And then you worry about, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have that. And then you look over me and I never was like that. That's the reason why sometimes I don't like to talk to rich people, because sometimes rich people be snobs. There's people in the middle, and there's some where, everyone has their moments, but I noticing more and more the higher you see, the more people that have more money or more, they become rich snobs. Because they talk low on me, but that's okay. I like it like that, though. You know why I like it like that? Because they can't handle me talking the same stuff they're talking about, but just I can't call them a scrub. but I could talk the same kind of business they've been talking and then some. But I'll tell you what, even in the Bible, the woman that had spent 2 pennies, I put 2 pennies, that was her lifetime expenses. So if I'm putting my whole life and everything else into everything I do and everything I've shown and everything, I think I'm putting a little bit more into you. Because if I'm getting all of me and getting half of you, I guess what? You're half-assing everything. Yeah, I'm not scared to show what I got. But you think, oh, I'm not good enough? What do you think a building a relationship with God is like? And by the way, along the way, you had this person to talk to, this and that person, hustle with this person, hustle with that person, and hustle with this person. I'm over here like, okay, I got the problem, but I'm over here like, people don't understand me. I have put in effort and everything else, but you belittle me. But I know that I have some things like this and that, but and he's supposed to be my friends. But you overlook me, and I'm like, okay, well, you got this and this and that person. You got this and that. That's how you got your money. You deal with them in some type of way. You know what? Why can't you do the same? Hush your lips. Sounds like a sad excuse. And then you're so ashamed, so you don't know what love is because you're ashamed, and love has no shame. Talking about the Bible. Why? And by the way, you're not supposed to be offended. Oh, wait, you're offended? Oh, shoot. Wait, hold on. No offense. But you're offended. And I'm not here to offend somebody. But if we're talking about principles and talking about that, spirituality, I'm not, no offense again, I'm not poking dolls. And by the way, for the people that do that, I wonder if they do it to themselves. For you all who poke dolls and do all of that on somebody else, what about doing it to yourself? Do you do it to yourself? Don't be hypocritical, right? But saying I don't do those dolls and stuff like that and poking dolls and everything else. But let's just be realistic. You know what I mean? You ever thought about that? Oh no, so you don't want to do it to you, but you do it to others though. That's crazy. It's hypocritical. Sorry that you don't like your own, right? Or sorry that you try to actually think for your life because you're not take thoughts for your life. Period. Right? I don't take thoughts for my life. I mean, I'm over here telling about, hey, and other things too besides myself. And you talking about hot topics. I'm talking all in general. And I'm talking about, I'm talking what needs to be discussed. And I'm telling you about the gospel. And telling you how to be, hey. And someone wants to send Gmails, but you know what? God didn't need a Gmail. Because Gmail, guess what? Hate the bursting, but every time someone wants to send a Gmail, who's the one to do that? Always want to test me? Let me tell you something. Who's the one doing Gmails and whose device is it? Right? Huh? But I know I'm focused on the Lord through each and every storm. And I've been. But before you test me on any kind of thing, you need to test yourself on that. But I like Bible, things, and I like how, and I put in one. Yeah, I like it. I thank you. But before you do that, and see, it's gotta be someone who's doing, doing music and doing this and doing that. Because I know they rap. They have to rap. They gotta be doing rap. They gotta do that. That's okay. That's cool. So before we test something out, maybe while I'm talking and I could see it, you know what I'm saying? They'll get that for distractions. Like a distraction. But I'm over here telling you, before you try to make me think, oh, you this and this and that. You don't know this and you don't know that. You know what? I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna answer you, I don't know. Do you know why? I'm gonna let God be God. There's some things though, hey, aren't you all together in Bible studies and all of that stuff? Oh, you didn't invite me though. Wow, man. Dang, man. You persecuted me and trying to persecute me, right? Saying I don't know this, you trying to make me look this and that. I don't know everything, right? Right? But hey, I'll tell you what, Philippians 4:6, don't worry about anything. John 3:16, for God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son, whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. But regardless of the fact of how many Bibles, I'm just giving you examples. Remember, it's building a personal relationship. How about this? Before you judge me and tell me what Bible scriptures I know or don't know, where were you building a personal relationship with me? That's a good solid question now, isn't it? Well, I've been personally building a relationship with God. I read the Bible here and there, yeah, I do. And I have read it. And that, by the way, reading it and sharing scripture, showing you and, whatever case may be, and you want to beat me up and everything else. But then you're the same people that say, don't force feed. Oh, just not Bible thumping. Oh, you're the same people that told me to turn down praise and worship. You're the same people that told me to turn down all kinds of music, regardless what it is. Same people, though, that I was at church with, too, right? Same people that when I was in church, I was sitting down and that we could be real. I'm not mad at church. Same people. Now, listen now, check this out. I'm not mad. Before you test me, let's talk about this. So every church I went to, went with all this, and God knows what I'm talking about. Now, and God knows I'm not lying. So, I mean, I'm the same people that when I go sit in church and they say, "Oh, gather up and give people a hug" and stuff like that. You know what? Everybody overlooks me a lot. Oh, and he said, "Oh, no, you heard church hurt." No, I'm not church hurt. You know why I'm not church hurt? Because I don't do that. I go to church for God. Yeah, of course, fellowship. But then again, okay, if I go in there for the fellowship too, where is the fellowship? Tighten up, people. Don't fake it, though. Then I see you the same outside, right? But then again, no, I don't see you outside. Yeah, you're on there, but then again, oh, you don't have no money. Oh, we can't pick you up. We're sorry. If I had a car, if I had a van, look, if this was a, I'll pick people up, no problem. But that's my situation's a little different. Can't just put you on pegs and you know right there, and because that's. I'm not gonna pedal you all the way. I'm sorry, and plus I don't want no one to fall off. Anyways, I'd rather ride myself. Anyways, but what I'm saying is, regardless, if I had a vehicle, I have you there. God knows, but I know what it's like being on fire for the Lord, crying, shedding tears. Getting on my knees. My knees get beat up. Look at this. Well, by the way, you call me lazy. But look at this. I don't gotta make it up. If I'm lazy, how come this has... Look at my feet. That's not lazy feet. That's not lazy feet. It's not lazy feet. I want to clean them. Try my best. But I work too. And by the way, if it was lazy feet, it wouldn't have that. How do I get downstairs? And I walk with shoes and sometimes I walk barefoot. But that's, all the time. But still, I work though. But look at this. I don't get massages on my feet like that. I mean, I helped my mom. I helped out. My mom did. Well, where's my wife? I helped my mom with her feet. I helped out massage people one time. And they liked it. It was good. I mean, I massage good. I do. And I love. But like I was saying, regardless of the fact, I don't, regardless, if people need help, people need help. And you know what? And sometimes people don't have the funds. I don't have the funds. And when I want to go to school for things, guess what, too? I get, right? But then again, I have to go all the way to there. You make it so hard and complicated. For me, though. You do that for me, though. Thank you, though, right? Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. So hard and complicated. But don't worry, it's going to come right back and you'll reap what you sow. You ever heard that saying in the Bible? When talking about money, you're talking about, hey, Jesus flipped the tables. And he allowed to do that too. And guess what? He built the tables for the kings. You know why he allowed them to flip the tables? He built it for them. Oh, they had money. But look what they did. They did wrong with it. And they were mad, boy. They were pissed probably, right, one day. Jesus allowed to get frustrated too. Now one day, now Yeah, look in my eyes. Look deep. Look deep. Look deep. Look. Huh? Like I said, that's what you like to look, huh? I look in your eyes now. I look at you. Am I mad? I'm saying, what, but see, I'm not the bill collector. How can I be the bill collector if you have more money than I do? Just call me the scrub. Thank you. Just saying. And he wasn't talking about the money that they had. He flipped that on them. And he knows I don't have nothing to hide. And he wasn't talking about bills like electric bills, utility bills. So, before you get sarcastic and smart and trying to mock and scoff, make a joke out of it, I don't even think they had utility bills back then. They used sunlight and the stars. Oh, yeah. They didn't have light fixtures, did they? They got candles. So, and then you can say, oh, this is modern day. Look, you guys like to talk about karma. Do you understand? You reap what you sow is basically the same. It's different, but it's the same. You reap what you sow, and karma is, reap what you sow is the real deal. You reap what you sow. And getting back tenfold, sevenfold, tenfold, yeah. And about forgiveness too. 70 times 7. I mean, if you don't have forgiveness in your hearts, how do you expect to have love in you? Guess what? God is love. And guess what? Forgive 70 times 7. Now, talking about love, I could be the one to tell you about forgiveness 70 times 7. I learned a lot about that. Oh yeah. Understand, I have a story to tell, but I don't want nobody to be thinking that, oh, I'm using somebody. Because I forget that. But what I'm saying is, what happened, the subject forgives 70 times 7, is the reason for that. So I don't want to keep bringing that up because I don't want the person, if it takes offense, then that's the reason why I didn't, because I feel like, that's the only reason why I don't like bringing it up. Because I mean, but I create a speck of my own eyes, But let's just say this. I'll just say this. They ain't gonna say no names or anything like that. I went to church and I was listening to a sermon about forgetting the 70 times 7, and I ran afterwards. I got whooped bad. And not that I did anything, but I got whooped bad. But that's okay. I don't like talking about because they are forgiven, but I just don't like talk. I like to move from that subject, because you know, just want to move on. And people say, "Oh yeah," and guess what? It's all been back to back, and it's been, and it's just fresh. It's not. I mean, it's a couple of years ago, a few years ago, but still fresh in a way. 2010, 9, 10, or something like that. It's like, it's 13 years, but it's still, I mean, it's still hectic. And I mean, it's not like, not I'm holding grudges. I'm telling you, it's still like piles on and pile on and pile on, and this going on and this going on. But thankful at the same time about people trying to belittle me and tell me that I don't know, and I'm being lazy, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that. Shut up. Why you tell me stop trying to get your things though? That's 5 years ago. This is more than just stuff like that. I've been going through some stuff. Only if you seen. If you were there. This 9, 10, this is 24. That's 20. That's 12, 14 years ago. But still, regardless. It's not 400 years ago. It's not 200 years ago. It's not this and that years ago. Then I lose people back to back. I've been electrocuted. I've been done this stuff. I really have been through some stuff, man. Been through all kinds of weather. Yeah, I'm serious. I was laying I'm serious. You think I'm this? Yeah, I'm going through a lot, and I haven't seen a doctor yet. But I'm healed because of God. I'm able to move around. You have no idea. But before you understand what I'm going through, I suggest you hush up and stop saying I'm lazy. Because remember, there's two of you and one of me. But I'm not alone. Because if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be alive here right now. I tell you the amazing stuff that He's done. But also there is stuff that you go through in life where, hey, and people think it's just a way. No. No, it's not just because I'm fat. I have muscle too. But I've gone through some stuff. Banged myself up. I got actually, not that long ago, around this where I'm at in this round neighborhood, that I had got hit by a car. And nobody, I don't have to tell you who it was or what it is, you know what I'm saying? But it hit the luckily it didn't hit me. It hit the thing, and I told you, I saw Jesus on top of a truck. But yeah, it hit my grocery cart. But like I'm trying to whatever, but it's okay. We made amends and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, stuff like that. Come on, man. Come on, relax. You're hard on me for no reason. But you can, hey, I understand. But before you call me lazy and I'm not a trying man, I suggest you pipe down a little bit too. I only pipe down as, white, like this, shut your pie hole. Forget 7 times 7. Oh, yeah. But I suggest you shut your pie hole, Because I know experience, personal relationship with God, focused on the Lord. And you see me kind of run and jog in different videos and doing push-ups and stuff. Give me a break. They'll say, oh, you need to run. You need to shut up. Or you need to, go ahead and run. Go ahead and run. I can move around a little bit. Just like you get so into groove of things and learning how to re-walk again. Hey, look, you, I don't have nobody to help me stretch. I'm in the process of doing that. But that's why I'm moving around the best I can. And hey, look, don't you see it when I'm talking? You see all the stuff that go boom, boom, like back. Imagine if you saw everything from 2000 and all this stuff, and then that, and then bim, 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 and then poof, on one person. Let it hit you like a tons of bricks, but you have each other supporting each other and holding each other up and stuff like that. I'm thankful for God already just to be alive to tell you the great news. But then you want to throw me out the water. I'm trying, and I'm going through. I'm just like trying. I'm doing this and doing that. And come on, where you at? I hadn't filled my own. Wait, do I have it? Here it goes. Here. You see this tooth? That's in a plastic bag. It's like rolling the dice. You hear that? And it's in a plastic bag. I got this out myself.